Hi, Chen. Shalom.
Hi, Omri. Shalom. How are you?
Boa tarde.
Very good. Here we are at Bom Dia. It's morning time in Brazil.
Yes, here it's afternoon. Um, and welcome to Easy Aerial Office here in Israel. We're in Gana Shomron, not too far from Hadera. Um, and I'm here with the Easy Aerial Israel team. And first, I wanted to, of course, congratulate you uh, and to wish us all great partnership with Ogen and Aeroscan and Easy Aerial as we take our first steps in Brazil together. So again, I wish us all luck and success. And unless you have any question, I think we can get started.
We are very excited to be able to bring this exciting and innovative technology to Brazil. We are thrilled to see what you have to show us today, and we are ready for your demonstration.
Great. So without further ado, I will just take you outside to show you the systems. And while we're showing, I will tell you more about, who we are as a company, what we do, um, and the kind of solutions we offer to our customers.
Okay, perfect.
So right now I'm inside the office, but as you can see, I'm going to step outside and walk to show you the different systems. Easy Aerial makes autonomous drone in a box systems for many different applications and use cases, including security and surveillance, but also industrial inspection from railroad industries through oil and gas, agriculture, and many, many, many more, police, border protection. We're still in the process of really learning the vast, opportunities and applications that this kind of systems can have uh, in the world, and we believe also in Brazil. So our systems have three main categories. The first one is tethered systems, drones that are tethered, connected to the ground, and you can see one here. This is the Alpine Swift. As you can see, it is attached to the box. The box is called EG, Easy Guard. And the cable feeds the drone with power and also serves as the network, the cable. So both the cable and the data run over this cable. You
Very
will see,
interesting, Omri.
yes, you will see in a few minutes what it looks like when how the drone autonomously takes off and land. But it does a lot more than this autonomously. This box is essentially a portable hangar, so it protects the drone while it's out in the field. You don't need the operator or anyone else near the system. All you need is power and network for the box. It could be wired like here, but it could be wireless, satellite communications, cellular communications, any kind of communication between the box and the operator. In our case, the operator is here in our office, but they could be in Brazil now and still operate it in real time. Um, for takeoff and landing, autonomous takeoff and landing, we have IR lock, infrared lock system. You can see here, and I'm going to point here. This is an IR light that the drone will see and lock on, and then it will guide it through takeoff and landing to autonomously land perfectly inside the box.
Okay.
The box has cameras inside and outside, so the operator can make sure that there is no one near or nothing around the system before it takes off and land. And we will see the video coming from the box in a minute from inside. And of course, the drone has the payload, what it does the mission with. In this case, you can see here a camera, very high-end day and night zoom camera, stabilized camera, and we will see the imagery from the ground control station in just a minute. Here we can see the second box, the EG untethered, so it's more free-flying, more traditional drone, I would say. This is the Osprey. As you can see, it's a hexacopter. It has 6 engines. The box looks quite similar, but we have here this mechanism that is a patent of Easy Aerial that will, once the drone lands inside the box, it will rotate to locate the drone on the charging pads, and then the drone will automatically charge through its legs the battery that inside. So after 40 minutes inside the box, the battery will be fully charged and ready for the next flight.
Omri, for the tethered options,
Yes.
how much time the drone can stay in the air?
The drone can stay in the air essentially 24/7. We recommend land it, once a day for a quick inspection, just to make sure the propellers and everything is intact. But essentially, the endurance is unlimited as long
Wow.
as you have. Yeah.
So you have an eye in the sky for 24/7 with only a few minutes a day for inspection, and then he gets back to operate, right?
Exactly. It goes up to, in this configuration, 100 meters, 300 feet up in the air, and it can stay there day and night. Yeah, just like you said, the free flying drone, this one can stay in the air up to almost 1 hour, 55 minutes, and
Right.
go as far as 15 kilometers away from the box, while keeping, real-time communication, point-to-point communication between the box and the drone. We also have a third configuration that I didn't mention, which is actually a combination of tethered and free flying, and we call it the Raptor. It's a very unique product of Easy Aerial, and it's a tethered drone that can release from its tether. So imagine you are in a surveillance mission on a perimeter protection of a critical site or whatever, and then the drone detects a hostile, vehicle or person, and it starts tracking it automatically. But then the person goes too far away. So with the tethered drone, of course, there is nothing you can do. But the Raptor can release from its tether and start a free flying flight. And
So the Raptor gives me a hybrid solution. He can stay in the air as long as we need him, and disconnect from the cable and fly in a freeway 45 minutes
Exactly.
additional. Wow,
Exactly.
that's a great resource, and I'm sure that it can make a lot of sense in remote operations.
Of course.
Omri, does the drones have a return to home function?
Yes, of course. The return home, there are many ways to get into the return home. Of course, the operator can command return home, just press a button and it will return home. But also, there are many different types of fail-safe features that the drone, if it loses communication, for example, it knows how to come back home and land in the box. Or if there is any failure, if you're going to run out of battery, you don't need the operator to look at the screen or worry about how much time is left. The drone will calculate how long it will take to go back home, and if it's too late, it will just go back home without any human command. So there are many different fail-safe features that either for coming back home or even landing immediately, um, really depends on the situation.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, which one are you going to show us first?
So I think we'll show the tethered drone first. Tethered.
Okay.
So I will take you to our operators here. And this is the screen, and now we will share the screen. We will share the screen. So I will turn off my camera. Now you can see. Let's go to close up. Can you close the box? Now you can see the cameras off the box, the 4 cameras, 2 inside and 2 outside. Now the box is closed and the drone is being prepared for takeoff. You can see that the box is closed, and now we will take off. We will deploy. So the operator will hit deploy. The box will open up, and the tethered drone, the Alpine Swift, will take off.
Okay, we can see your cell phone camera showing the cases from the outside in parallel, right? This is very cool.
Can you see the drone now?
Yes, yes.
Wow, that's perfect.
Okay.
So you say that the tethered drone can go up to 100 meters, right?
Correct.
This is like a building with how many floors?
About 30.
About 30 floors. Wow. So we are talking about strategic highs, right? We can go above anything, above trees, above other buildings, and get a line of sight very very good.
Yes. Now we are, as you can look at the screen, we are at 20 meters or 19.8 meters above the ground. And I will ask now the operator, Yoav, to show me if you want to go to 35 meters. So just click here, and the drone will climb, and you will see how the line of sight and the field of view gets better as you climb just to 35 meters. We're not going to be able to fly much higher today because of air traffic here.
Okay.
But you can see that even from 35 meters, you have pretty good visuals around you. This is the day camera. And now we're changing into thermal. So this is infrared. This is what it's going to look like if it was completely dark outside. would have been even slightly better, because when the temperatures are a little colder, you get a much better IR image, because the difference of temperature is more significant.
Right.
And how far away it's the zoom imaging?
So in this specific camera, I think we have 20 times. What is it? The Nighthawk? Or no, Nighthawk. So 40 times zoom for the day camera.
Perfect.
That's amazing. Right now in Israel, the temperatures are very high, right?
Yeah,
I think
35 degrees.
it's like 35 degrees, and the drones and the cameras are operating just well, right, in this temperature.
Oh yeah, of course. I didn't mention, but our systems were tested and qualified for military grade operation. We passed a very hard test. It's called military standard 810G. It's like the tests that military aircrafts and helicopters pass. So in terms of temperature, solar radiation, rain, dust, all these things, and because also our systems are being operated by military customers, even here in Israel, in the Gaza Strip, we have many of our systems deployed, and also in the U.S. Army, the U.S. Air Force.
That's very cool. What cool things can you do with Easy Aerials drone besides security, Omri?
Yeah, so I can tell you just in a few words about some of our cool projects. So, for example, wildfire detection. So our cameras have automatic smoke and fire detection. So for monitoring of wildfires in forests or other sensitive areas, we perform missions to detect fires and also to support firefighters, find the hot spots and the access routes and things like that. In addition, we do, as I mentioned before, for farming and agriculture. We have a project, for example, in Portugal, where in addition to security, we monitor the cattle. We count the cows.
Oh,
And we have an AI feature that automatically you just scan the area, and the software will just give you the number of cows. So
we have
it
a lot
just
of
goes.
cows here, so I think that's a very interesting feature.
Yeah. Another
And
thing
we
we
have,
do.
we already have a demand here. There is a lot of companies with 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 heads of cows, and they're looking for a solution of counting them on a big field.
Yeah. So this is already something we have experience with, and I'm sure there are things that we still haven't done. But just like we did with our customer in Portugal, we developed this feature together with a customer. So if there is something very specific, a very specific requirement that a customer has, as long as the drone can take it in terms of weight, and there is a software that can do the analytics or the AI, or we can develop it together, or we can use third party, other existing software from other vendors.
That's very, very interesting. And Omri, you were saying when we start this live, you're saying that you have application for oil and gas. And then I have a question. Is it possible to use a single drone in a multiply box line over 100-kilometer long pipeline for inspection?
Yes, it's a great question because you know, I forgot to mention it. Um, the drone is box agnostic. It means that it can take off from one box and land in another box. So if there are long, you know, inspection, you know, linear um, routes like for oil and gas or for power, like power lines
Power lines, okay.
or railroads. We have many railroad customers in the U.S. They do train track inspection with our drones. So you can just drop, you know, a box every, you know, 20 kilometers or so, or even more, depends on the drone you're using. And then the drone can hop, you know, from one box to the other, and this, you know, get charged in the box 40 minutes, and then it can take off and jump to the next box.
Perfect. Yeah, that was the next question, and you already got the answer. So if you have this drone that charges up inside the box, he can land in each box on this power line or the train rails or the oil pipes, and that's a very interesting application. And also here in Brazil, we have the same demand on the three applications, and it's gonna be very cool to test this back here.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree. I think, you know, Brazil probably is a great candidate for such use cases. So I think now we are ready to land with the tethered drone.
Yes.
So I will ask Yoav, the operator, to show you how it's done. He will just essentially press land, and the drone will go into landing mode.
Perfect. It'll
Now,
point the camera. That's very cool.
and you can see he's not doing anything. The drone lands autonomously. I will just show you from the outside. And in a few seconds, it will lock on the IR beam. Now it is locked on the IR beam, and now it will, you know, the IR beam controls the drone, controls the flight control. Make sure it lands inside the box. You know, you need to be very accurate. Few centimeters away, and you're landing outside the box. It has to be very accurate.
And it's not the cable that is that it's important to say it's not the cable that is pushing the drone. It's a drone that is landing autonomously with the technology has to be very accurate, right?
Exactly. The cable is not even tight. I
It's
don't know if you
loose.
noticed,
Yeah.
but the cable is loose, not to interfere with the flight itself. It's only the power cable and data cable. It is not holding the drone. The drone is the same drone that can free fly.
Okay.
The cable is only there for power and data. So
Perfect.
all the flight controls, you know, everything is from the drone engines and from the controller inside the drone.
Okay, can you focus on the base right now? So you will show us now the Osprey. It's important to
Yes.
say that the Osprey will be commercialized in Brazil as the autonomous drone because it has 6 motors, right? And what's the benefits of having 6 motors in this vehicle?
So this vehicle, 6 motors. First, it means more lift, so it can take heavier weight, heavier payload, more equipment. You know, could be more battery, could be more equipment like a better camera or more equipment. And again, I didn't mention even that we're not using only cameras on our drones. We use flashlights, we use speakers, we use you know, even cellular phone detection systems. So we have many different equipment that we can carry, and 6 engines you can take more. And the other thing, which is even more important, is redundancy, because when you have 4 engines, you lose 1 engine and the drone will probably crash. But if you have 6, it's not a problem. The drone can still fly and land safely with only 5 engines running.
That's great. So let's see take off.
Yes. So we'll be ready for takeoff, I think, in a minute.
Okay. Are you sharing the screen? I don't see it right now. No.
In 1 minute, we'll share the screen. Yeah, I didn't mention while they're running the software to prepare the other drone. The boxes, the design of the system and the boxes and everything around it was around vehicles. I mean, taking into consideration vehicles and specifically trucks, from a small Toyota Hilux and this type of trucks up to, of course, anything that is bigger, Ford F-150 or anything that is bigger. The box can just sit on the back, on the truck bed, and take off and land from the vehicle.
In movement, right?
In movement, yes, in movement. Yes, we're ready for takeoff here now.
Great.
Okay.
So 2 clicks and the drone gets off the box.
Yes. Just 1 second. Give us a few seconds. Oh, they had to redefine the landing spot. So in addition to the box, in case for whatever reason you have a problem with the system that lands the drone inside the box, the drone can also land near the box. So
Okay.
they have to predefine before the mission the coordinate where the drone will land in such event. So
and the same software, this software, which is a very interesting software, can operate how many drones in the same time?
So now you see the Osprey is in the air. I'm sorry, Chen, I will go back to your question in a minute.
Okay.
You see the Osprey is airborne now. Okay, so
anytime you can stop it, the drone.
can you hear him, or you want me to say?
No, please. Can you repeat what he's saying, Omri?
Yeah. So you see that on the screen there is a flight plan with waypoints, but the operator can stop, can pause the flight path at any moment. So now he paused the mission. So now it paused at waypoint number 2. And at any point he can resume the mission or go to a specific waypoint on the screen, any point that he wants. So he says, go to, he picked a point on the map, and he said, go, and now the drone will go there.
how is the communication between the drone and the box is made?
Yes, we have a point-to-point communication system. It's a very, in this case, we have, is it a Creo? Yes, so it's a very high-end communication system. We can offer it with encryption, like AES 256. It's a very strong communication. It can reach, like I said, even up to 15 kilometers range. And it can be offered in different, frequencies, in the 2.1 to 2.5 gigahertz, or even at different ranges like 4 or 5 gigahertz if required.
Wow. And Omri, an important question. What's the tracking possibilities? Can it track people? Can it track license plates?
Yes. So now we will demonstrate how it auto tracks. I just asked my colleague here, Ronnie, to walk the field here, and we will see if the drone can auto track it. But to your question, Chen, the system, especially when it's on autonomous operation, here now you see that it will track Ronnie. You see now Yoav is not touching the system. It automatically tracks Ronnie, who is walking outside. Can you see that?
Yes, yes. So he can track Ronnie as much as as much as it's needed, or until he has to get back home, right?
Exactly. Day or night, of course. Even if it was completely dark outside, he could still see him. Here now, this is night vision. This is infrared. So imagine it was 2 o'clock in the morning, and you can see how it tracks Ronnie as he's walking.
And the vehicle tracking, can we do some license plates tracking, or?
Yes. So in terms of features that come with the camera, AI features. So we have license plate reading. So that means that if it detects a vehicle in an area you define to be of interest, the drone will take a photo of the car plate, the license plate, and it can send the message with the number to whatever you define. Could be even a text message, SMS, WhatsApp, email, or whatever, or just on the screen of the operator, just show the number of the plate. This is one thing. The other thing is automatic detection of vehicles and people. So even if the drone is an autonomous mission flying along long lines, along fences, without an operator, and it detects human in area you told it, this is the area of interest, it will just tell you there is a person here, and sound the alert, or again call the security officer, or whatever you tell the system to do with this information.
Okay, so now we are tracking a car, and then we will be able, for example, to take his plates number and send it to the right place.
Yeah, the camera we have here doesn't have this license plate capability.
Okay.
But we can offer a camera with this capability.
Okay, that's very interesting.
Any questions, Chen?
I think most of our questions, our curiosities have been respond. I don't know, Marcelo, if you have any other questions to ask. I think it's very clear for us what the system can do, which is a lot of things.
Yes. Yeah. I think the couple questions I had, Omri already answered on the explanation of the system. But the one I was wondering here, in Brazil, we have a specific problem of people that go to smuggle something, or people that how strong is the case in case of someone try to steal the case or break into the case and take away? If
You
the
mean
case is, yeah, if the case is on an operation of gas, and the box will be somewhere in the middle of nowhere, and someone can go there and steal the whole box or break the whole box? And how heavy is the box so someone can just lift and take away, or something like that? I don't know if you kind of got my question.
Yes, the box is about 90, 100 kilo weight. So we will land now, but I will keep talking so you will see the
Okay, perfect.
osprey as it lands. So it's about 90 or 100 kilo, the weight of the box. If there is a specific, concern, we need to work with the customer, and maybe we can, we can build a cage around it, or we can add a designated security system. You see, it's a little windy, so it took a few more seconds for the drone to land because it's really windy. But oh, you see now how it rotates. Can you see?
Yes.
So it gets into charging. Here now it is on charging position,
Perfect.
aligned with the charging pads. So now it is being charged.
So you can see the landing from the drone's camera and from the box camera.
Exactly. And now you see the box closes. So to your question, Marcelo, I think if there is a concern in a specific area, maybe, it makes sense. First, you can tie lock the box to the ground. You see I have the handles here, and you can even drill the box and anchor it to the ground. So in terms of stealing, so I'm sure there is a solution. It's not. I don't know of any case we had that we were asked to do this, but I don't see a problem.
Yes, we can make security, perimeter security around the box if needed. And
and again, you have cameras, so the cameras are on all the time. So if someone is approaching the box, the guy in your command center, the security officer, can see them as they get close to the box, because you have 24/7, you have the cameras of the box running.
perfect.
Yeah. One thing I forgot to mention, I think it is important. Our software has APIs. So that means, our software, the operator or the officer doesn't need even to use our software. It can just run in the background, and then be integrated with the security, or if it's not security, but let's assume it's a security application. So if the security officer has a video management system, you know, with or C2 with radars or cameras. So the drone will be just another sensor there, and then it can automatically trigger the drone. For example, if the radar detected a person, we can program our system to automatically take off and go and look at the person.
So you're saying that if the radar, for example, detects an invasion, he sends the coordinates directly to the drone, and the operator doesn't even need to be concerned about guiding the drone to the spot of the invasion, right?
Exactly.
We are
And
speaking
also,
about very advanced features and technology that goes far behind what we know so far.
yes, and even more on the other way around. If the drone, is on a patrol mission, and the drone detects an intruder, you can program the system to automatically trigger another system. So, for example, if you have cameras on the perimeter, or if you have, like I said before, just a security officer on patrol in a vehicle, the drone can automatically send the image and the data, like the coordinate of the target. What is the target? Is it a person? Is it a vehicle? Is there fire that was just detected? And send it to either another system or to a person, like on their phone or any other device they have.
That's amazing. Omri, we are short on time. I think the demonstration was great. Helped us a lot to understand a little bit of the huge universe of this exciting technology. I would like to thank you very much. Let's go back to the video. I would like to thank you very much for your demonstration. I'm sure that will be a lot of questions coming on in the next days and weeks. I would like to thank you very much, and the Easy Aerial stuff for this interesting demonstrations. Marcelo, any closure? Any last questions?
No, just so happy and thankful for this solution. It came up, and we can make this very close partnership in between Brazil and Israel, and bring this solution and this innovation for all market, and solve a lot of problems it's been forever here. And I think we're gonna become with a big project with Easy Aerial, Ogan, and Aeroscan with the drones, and just looking forward to see this big drones flying here in Brazil.
Same here. Muito obrigado. Thank you very much. Toda rabá. And I hope to see you very soon.
Thank you very much. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Good luck to us all.
Thank you. Ciao, ciao.
Bye-bye.